Well, this is another board game I've had since I was a kid, and it's called All the King's Men, and it's by Parker Brothers, and I believe it's 1979. And I'm going to show the back, but before I do that, I did Inner Circle, and I should have shown the back. So before we go to this one, I'm going to show the back of what this one looked like. So this is what the back of the Inner Circle box looked like. All right, so let's get to All the King's Men. And the back of the box looks like this. Got instructions over there about what you're going to do in a game. It's kind of like chess in a way. in a way. So let's open this up. And what we've got is we've got the board here. And I'll go over how this works. We have the playing pieces. There's really three. There's a knight, an archer, and then a king. And those are the three playing pieces that's used in this game. And this is all the instructions for this game. Came in this little box insert here. So I'm going to get the game set up, and we're going to see how it's played. All right, so here's the board setup. What you have is, and each side set up the same way. You have 7 archers to go in the front row, 2 knights, and then the king in the middle. So you have 4 knights, 7 archers, and 1 king. And the same thing. There's 7 archers, 2 knights, and 1 king. And the object of the game is you want to capture the opponent's king. Just kind of like in chess or check their king that they can't move, and you're going to capture it on your next turn. Now, what makes this different than chess in a way is you have these movement arrows. And that tells you the direction that the piece you move can go. So I'm going to do it up here because it's a little easier to see, because some of these might be blocked so you couldn't see that arrow heading that way. So I'm going to use this as an example. Archers can move 1 square or 1 tile, and they have to go the direction of their arrow. So this one can go back 1, or it can go forward 1. This one can go back to here. Can't go over there. If you're blocked by your own people or opponents, you can't move. Well, talk about the opponent being there. But you can't move through another piece. So this one will be blocked. There's no jumping over. So let's say this one could move 2 spaces. It can't, but let's just say it can't hop over and go there. It's blocked in that first space there. It can't move. Or it can go forward. So let's say this one goes here, and this one decides, you know what, I'm going to move this one forward. Now, if this person wants to move this piece again, they have to go by what this is on. So it can go here, 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 or here. So in the same thing here, if the player wants to move this one again, where do they want to move it? So they can't go forward with this piece. And you're just going to alternate going back and forth. Okay, now, the knights, what do? They can move more than 1 space. They can move the whole distance across here, but once they run into something, they have to stop. And if an opponent's piece is in a way, you can actually capture that piece, and then that piece is eliminated from the game, just like in chess, in checkers. But now that leaves open for this knight to come in and take that one. So the knights can move as far as they want to until they run to the end of the board, or run into one of their own people, or they can take that one, or they can stop before. But any piece can capture another piece. So if this was the situation, this knight moved up here. Let's say this was the situation. This knight goes, oh, I'm going to move up here and capture that one. This archer can, if you can see, has an arrow going forward. It can capture the knight. Any piece can capture any other piece. Now, the other one is the king, and he's just like an archer. He can only move 1 space. So how do you win the game? Come in and capture the opponent's piece. But before you do that, let's say he moves here. he's got to say what's called threat. It's basically check, but they say threat. And if this king cannot get away from being captured, he's gone. So one of the ways you could do it is block. So now that piece can't capture the king. He's okay. Another way would be, this is up here. He's going to capture that one. Now the threat's gone. Another way would be the king moves out of the way. So there's three ways. Block it, capture the opponent's piece, or move the king out of the way. And you just keep going back and forth until somebody's captured somebody's king. One movement for the archers. Knights can go as far as they want. They can't zigzag. If he's going straight, he has to go straight the whole time. So he can't go like this in one turn. Hit this one, then this, and then this. No, it's if he starts going forward and then he wants to go that way, he's going to have to stop. And the next turn, this player can move that direction. And let's say he captures that, and the next turn, he can go any direction on that middle space. So that's all the king's men. And I'll show the close-up here of the instructions so you kind of can see. Not very much, but this game's got more tactics than you think because you have to plan several moves ahead that if you're trying to get to where you're, if I go here and then get like here, I can probably capture that king if it was like right here, something like that. And so and those are gone. So you're trying to think, if I can get here and here with my knights, I got him in threat, and especially if this guy was here. So let me move a knight to here. Where's my other knight? There. So this one and this one. Somehow you can, nothing's going to be able to block either of those spaces. You can't move the king out of the way, so it'd be captured and all that. So there we go. I'm just rambling on. So this is all the king's men. It's kind of a simplified version of chess, but it's a lot of fun. And I think a lot of kids would really enjoy playing this one too. If you like this video or any of the others I've done, go ahead and subscribe and share with other people. And as always, have a good game.